Hi, welcome to Construction Update. These are the stories that contractors are reading this week, the top 10. I'm Larry Stewart with ForConstructionPros.com.
And I'm Kurt Bennick, a senior editor with Equipment Today for ConstructionPros.com. And looking at the top 10 this week, number 10 is AZTEC launches a complete rebrand. Most of you are familiar with common names like Carlson Paving, HeatTech, Rexcon, RoadTech. Well, they're rolling it all falls under the AZTEC umbrella, and they're going to rebrand so that it's all going to use the AZTEC name. What the goal is to streamline the organization and make sure it's easier for customers to work with the company.
Yeah, those names going away. Look for AZTEC now on those products. Number 9 on the list, there's a new report out. 60% of contractors report cars crashing into job sites. As the summer driving and construction seasons start, a new AG survey shows 30% of construction road contractors experiencing crashes 5 or more in the last 12 months. 78% of contractors report highway work zones are less safe today than they were a decade ago, and there's some ideas in this story about how to make work zones a little more safe.
Look at number 8. It's like four quick answers for screening concrete floors in the sky. That's really about multi-floor skyscrapers. And basically what's happening is they're getting tighter and tighter floor finish flatness standards because people are looking to put high-end finishes in some of these multi-story buildings. And basically what it boils down to is Samaro has made a sky screed that addresses the challenges associated with this task. Be sure to read the article if this is a concern that you have, because they do have a solution.
Number 7 on the list is The Contractor's Best Friend, Season 5, Episode 6 of the podcast, Spotting Talent in Today's Workforce. A panel of Caterpillar machine application specialists talks with the contractor's best friend, Brad Humphrey, about different approaches to the never-ending process of finding talent and employees that will engage the worker and benefit your company.
And number 6 is basically construction startup Katerra is shutting down. This is big news because this was a high-tech company that was kind of trying to sell the future of building platforms. Katerra sold building platforms to structural systems like truss assemblies, modular prefab construction, as well as laminated cross timber and commercial glass. The aim of the company was really to use technology and modern building materials to help address some of the industry's most entrenched challenges. The startup was even recognized this March by the American Institute of Architects as one of the winners of their innovation awards. After they hemorrhaged the last few years, investors have put over $200 billion in funding from investors in recent years, and the numbers just weren't working out.
Yeah, there's so many startups in the construction industry. Inevitably, there was going to be some fallout, especially after the last 12 months we've had. Number 5 on the list is check your asphalt compaction IQ. Get the answers to 3 questions about rolling asphalt that help gauge industry knowledge on the crucial aspect of pavement quality.
Number 4 on the list is Robotic Automation's potential for enhanced productivity, efficiency, and safety on construction sites. This is really based on a survey of both large and small construction companies. And the survey shows that 81% of construction businesses are willing to introduce or increase robotics and automation in the next decade. It really shouldn't be a surprise. Construction has really been reluctant in the past to invest in technology, but with a severe labor shortage, and what's happened over the pandemic, I think it's really opened contractors' eyes to the possibility of robotics and automation on the job sites. And I think we're really going to see some changes to try to combat the labor shortages with automation.
Yeah, and interesting here that it's 81%. I mean, these aren't just big contractors. The big contractors that you think of when it comes to automation, they're 10, 15% of the marketplace. So interesting. Number 3 on the list, there's 5 key takeaways for building value in your construction company. Whether you're thinking about selling your business or passing down your legacy in the next few months, few years, or the distant future, here are some strategies to work on that will maximize its value. And these are tactics you can work on every day that make your company more profitable this month and structurally more valuable for your family or potential buyers when that time comes.
Number 2 isn't going to be a surprise to anybody. The supply chain challenges continue to push engineered and construction cost upward. Everybody that uses building materials know that they've just been on an upward trajectory. I mean, the good news is there are not widespread shortage of materials yet. The bad news is the prices are climbing, expected to continue to climb in the foreseeable future. But it's not like the automotive industry where the chip shortage is basically leading to shortages that are shutting down factories.
Yeah, and there's a brand new story on the site right now that's pointing out that manufacturing lead times are longer than they've been since 1987, if you can believe that. And that leads us into number one. Our most read story of the month is 4 reasons why construction steel prices are on the rampage. Structural steel prices have risen 91% since the fourth quarter of 2020, and it's up 45% in the past quarter alone. Material prices and availability are starting to actually delay the start of some developers' projects, even as the U.S. industries appeal to keep lumber and steel tariffs in place. Here's how fabrication, labor, transportation, and supply and demand dynamics are driving this pivotal input in the fledgling construction recovery. And that's our list for the week. Thanks so much, Kurt.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll have another list next week. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe out there.